to show me, he starts to break it down for me. And the first thing he shows me that while he was sitting at the table, he actually had 5 other $500 chips. And of course, these weren't real chips. These were like training chips that he used. And he had five $500 chips underneath his arm that I had never seen because he had it covered while he was playing the hand. And when he went and he did the switch and he claimed that the dealer paid him wrong, Jerry, his arm came up and then the $500 chips were exposed. And he explained to me that those were called backup chips because they lend credibility to the fact that he was betting $500 chips because now there were two $500 chips sitting in the betting circle and another five $500 chips behind it in the player chip area. So it was like a psychological weapon to make the dealer think that, hey, the guy's got $500 chips behind him, so maybe he did bet the $500 chip. Then he explained to me that, well, he put it to me like this. He said, "You're a dealer, right?" I said, "Yes." "Have you ever dealt blackjack?" I said, "Yes," because I wasn't only dealing mini baccarat there. I also dealt blackjack. He said, "When you're dealing blackjack and you're paying hands out, you're paying the people on the table, has any player ever touched your hand, right? For any reason at all, has any player ever touched your hand in the middle of you paying bets?" And I thought about it, I said, no. I could never remember a dealer touching my hand when I was paying the bets. And he asked, "Did you notice that when I claimed to Jerry that he paid the bet wrong, I touched his hand?" I said, "Yes, I did notice." And he said to me, "Do you know what? In the real world, in the real casino world," because he said to me, he mentioned to me before that we're in a setting where we're talking about cheating and I'm being trained how to cheat. This is not the real world out there in the casinos where you're really going to go out and cheat. So he explained to me that when you're a dealer, right, and you're in mid-pay, paying people, and all of a sudden somebody touches your hand very softly like this, not a slap, just very softly. They said it's like the equivalent of getting hit in the head with a baseball bat. It's like total shock because you're a robot when you're dealing. You're doing the same thing every time, thousands and thousands of hands. And then one day, as you're paying, somebody touches your hand.